Hello friends, it's Terry with Terry's Mailbox, and today I'm presenting for the Funky Junky Boutique. I made this spooky decor tag. So again, you can see Mr. Bones and Mischeveous and the Pumpkin Duos and the ghosts and just all the fun things. So you'll see a red arrow at the lower right-hand section of the screen. I'd love to have you subscribe to my channel. So the first thing I did was I cut a piece of heavyweight distressed cardstock and trimmed it to the size of an etc. tag. This is probably a small one, I think. And so again, I'm spritzing it with all kinds of ink. You can see I have a piece of copy paper up there that's attached on there to create that moon later on. So again, I just kind of spritz black soot, twisted citron, and villainous purple, just trying to create a spooky dark background against a brightly colored moon. So again, just doing the layers and drying it off and creating it. So again, adding some more spritzes and splatters and some more water to make it run, and then we're drying it off again. I love playing with distress inks. It's just fun. It's fun. They're just so reactive and you can't control them. So I took the copy paper off there, and I'm using scattered straw to color my moon, and then I'm using pumice stone to kind of pounce different, pockets of color on there so that I kind of get a spooky moon look. And so the next thing I wanted to do is add some splatters with the flickering candle mica spray from last year. And again, they've got a whole new section of sprays for this year. So again, available on the Funky Junky Boutique. So I just kind of splattered it to get that, bright, shiny look. And then I decided to add some water. I was trying to get the inks to wick, but they didn't wick as I wanted them to. And I'm thinking that maybe I should have been on watercolor paper. So I'll have to experiment with that technique. So again, I'm just, got the color on here. We're just going to dry it off and, add some water and then look at it moving. And, again, that's okay because we got craters on the moon. And I was just really looking for a ink blended background that looks spooky. I think this is pretty spooky. So I also added some of the Hocus Pocus mica spray on there. So then I also took the Tim Holtz 162 stencil and used the translucent paste on it, and I just thought that was just really fun. That's where those flowers are. So right now I'm just trying to play with all of my pieces as parts, and you can see that I have used grit paste on the gates, and then I also used it on the tombstones, and then had to let that dry. Obviously I was looking for texture, but right now what I'm doing is I've got that black hill on there, and then I'm going to go ahead and add some of the cute orange pumpkins. This is from the Pumpkin Duo Colorize set, which I just love. That one came out this year. And again, just kind of adding those die cuts down there at the bottom. And then here's those gates. These are an Ideology product. And so they're kind of heavy, and I ended up adding all that grit paste to make them look really, really grungy. And so here I am just kind of adding, that little line of tombstones there at the top of the hill. I love the way that translucent paste comes through there at the top and just really adds to my spooky look. So again, just kind of putting some fallen over gravestones in there. And then we'll go ahead and put the rest of the other half of the gate on. And I still have more fun things to add. I obviously am going to trim that hill later. So here I've got Mr. Bones. You need to have Mr. Bones in a graveyard. So, he is, I made several of these earlier. And again, lots of layered colored papers and, just kind of had them in my stash. So I also cut out some of the ghosts. These are from the Vault series, Halloween 2021. And I love these ghosts with their open mouths. They just look so scary. So I ended up using 3 of them, and then I have one of the black cats from the Mischeveous. So again, this is Terry with Terry's Mailbox. Thanks for stopping by.